Welcome to the Safari Zone. Are you ready for 100 quick Pokemon facts? Pikachu wasn't always the mascot. Clefairy was originally planned to be Pokemon's mascot. Raiden was the first Pokemon ever designed. Poliwag's swirl represents its visible intestines. Ekans is snake, spell it backward, and Arbok is cobra, backward. Kubone's skull is said to be that of its dead mother. Wobbuffet's body is believed to be a decoy, while its true form is the tail. Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee are inspired by martial artists Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee. Coughing and wheezing were originally going to be named NY and LA, referring to polluted cities. In Japan, Pokemon is called Pocket Monsters. Pokemon is a shortened version for international release. Meowth is the only Pokemon that can speak English in the anime. Ditto and Mew share similar stats, making fans speculate a connection. Magikarp and Gyarados are inspired by an ancient Chinese legend about a carp turning into a dragon. Kadabra's first appearance caused controversy as its design allegedly resembled magician Uri Geller. Bulbasaur is the only dual-type starter in its basic form. Ash never ages in the anime, staying 10 years old. Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres end with Spanish numbers 1, 2, and 3. Raichu originally had a further evolution called Gorochu, but it was scrapped. The move Splash is a mistranslation of the Japanese word for hop. Gengar is the shadow counterpart of Clefable, according to fan theories. Giratina's origin form was based on antimatter theories. Jigglypuff's Japanese name, Purin, is the name of a dessert similar to flan. In the anime, Misty's Psyduck often uses moves it's not supposed to know. The unknown alphabet can be deciphered to reveal hidden messages in the games. Every Oddish can produce up to 1,000 offspring in its lifetime. Alakazam's IQ is said to be over 5,000. In the anime, Brock's eyes have never fully opened, but his family has. The Mew under the truck rumor from Red Blue was false, but widely believed. Machamp can throw 1,000 punches in 2 seconds, according to its Pokedex. Gardevoir is capable of creating black holes to protect its trainer. Porygon has never been in the anime since its episode caused seizures in 600+ Japanese children. Flygon was originally going to have an evolution, but it was scrapped. Pikachu's cheeks are meant to resemble electricity being stored in them. Nidorina can't breed, despite being in the Monster Egg group. Scyther and Charizard share the same base stat total, despite being from different generations. Wailord is the largest Pokemon, but it's incredibly light, weighing only 877 pounds. Meowth was the first Pokemon to speak a human language. A Pokemon MMORPG was planned but never developed. There are multiple dimensions in the Pokemon universe, including the Distortion world. Mimikyu disguises itself to look like Pikachu to gain friends. Garchomp is faster than a jet plane, according to its Pokédex. The electric rodent concept of Pikachu inspired many future Pokemon like Pachirisu. Venusaur's flower emits a soothing aroma to calm other Pokemon. Legendary Pokemon don't breed, but Manaphy can produce an egg that hatches into Phione. The Game Boy camera featured a Pokemon printer that printed images of in-game Pokemon. Mewtwo was the first Pokemon created in a lab, according to its backstory. Rotom can possess various appliances, changing its type based on what it inhabits. Dunsparce is based on the Tsuchinoko, a Japanese mythological snake. Voltorb resembles a Pokeball because of its mysterious creation. Snorlax can weigh more than 1,000 pounds, but is still agile enough to use moves like Body Slam. Arcanine was originally planned to be a legendary, but was reclassified as a regular Pokemon. Phoebus evolves into Milotic with high beauty, similar to the ugly duckling transforming into a swan. Lucario can sense auras, which allows it to read minds and emotions. Ash's Pikachu is unique because it refuses to evolve into a Raichu. Farfetch'd used to be considered rare because it was nearly hunted to extinction for food. Ash's first Pokemon was almost a Clefairy, but Pikachu was chosen due to its appeal. Dragonite can circle the globe in 16 hours, according to its Pokedex. Every evolution has its base stats evenly distributed differently across attack, defense, speed, etc. Ditto can breed with almost any Pokemon, except legendaries and a few others. Blastoise's cannons can blast water with enough force to pierce steel. Raikou, Entei, and Suicune were brought back to life by Ho-Oh after dying in a fire. Wooper is based on an amphibious axolotl, a real-life endangered species. Shiny Pokemon were introduced in Gold and Silver and are differently colored versions of regular Pokemon. Ghastly is made of 95% poisonous gas, according to its Pokedex. In the manga, Pokemon battles are far more intense, with some showing serious injuries. Zubat doesn't have eyes, relying entirely on echolocation. Regigigas moved continents in the Pokemon lore, which explains its slow starting ability. Charizard's fire breath is hotter than the sun, according to the Pokedex. Lugia was created specifically for the second Pokemon movie and wasn't originally in the games. Ash's Pikachu has forgotten how to use Volt Tackle, a once signature move. Pokemon was nearly cancelled during development, but Satoshi Tajiri fought to keep it alive. Abra sleeps 18 hours a day to conserve energy for teleporting. Bidoof became a meme and is often seen as a joke Pokemon despite its usefulness. Celebi can travel through time, making it a time-traveling Pokemon. The move Splash is a mistranslation. It was originally supposed to mean hop. Pokemon has a real-life equivalent called Pokemon Go, where players can catch them in the real world. Mew's DNA was used to create Mewtwo, according to its lore. The Master Ball has a 165,436 chance of failing, though it almost never does. Ash has yet to win a Pokemon League in the original anime series, despite many attempts until later seasons. Gardevoir will risk its life for its trainer, showing extreme loyalty. Slowpoke evolves when a Shelder bites its tail, though this has never been explained fully. Ditto may be a failed clone of Mew, as both are able to transform into any Pokemon. Rayquaza lives in the ozone layer, preventing Groudon and Kyogre from fighting. Lickitung's tongue is twice the length of its body, according to the Pokedex. Caterpie was the first Pokemon Ash caught in the anime. Eevee's multiple evolutions represent adaptability and evolution theory. Clefairy was originally the mascot, but Pikachu took its place due to popularity. In some games, you can fish up wild Pokemon like Magikarp from almost any body of water. Metapod's only focus is hardening its shell, awaiting evolution into Butterfree. Every Pokeball weighs about the same, regardless of the Pokemon inside. Gengar and Clefable's designs are thought to be linked, possibly as shadow counterparts. In the Pokemon world, certain Pokemon can live for centuries, like Ninetales. Psychic Pokemon are weak to bug type because humans often fear insects. Doduo and Dodrio can run incredibly fast despite having no wings. Spinda has over 4 billion possible spot patterns, making no two Spinda the same. Steel-type Pokemon are immune to poison, representing how metals don't get sick. Staryu can regrow limbs, a nod to real starfish biology. A single page of code in the original Pokemon game caused the infamous Missing No glitch. Mew can learn every move, making it one of the most versatile Pokemon in existence. Ash has traveled to 8 different regions in his Pokemon journey. The Pokemon world's currency is Pokédollars, with a symbol similar to yen. Well, that's all for now. If you enjoyed, please consider liking and subscribing.